all 3 regions. Three Musketeers was the most popular archetype in North America, the most popular archetype in Latin America, second most popular in Europe. Haven't seen it so much this week because it seems like the Battle Ram has kind of taken over and people are being a little more aggressive, but we could see it out of Lucifer.
Yeah, I think for these players to be like so dominant against each other, I think they're like, okay, Three Musketeers was really popular last week. We might see a lot of Fireball Poison, which we kind of have. We've seen a lot of Fireball Poison today.
Sitting there beating Lucifer.
All right,
we got the decks on screen. So we've got Giant Night Witch beat down for Batman, and Lucifer is running a Battle Ram. We got some bats.
He's running the bats. Night Witch bats.
Now here we go. Batman actually has Zap and Arrows and Fireball. Triple Spell, all of them kill bats. So we'll see how well those things can really perform.
Triple Spell was actually very popular. I believe it was Wings who had a Triple Spell deck, who placed #1 in the ladder one season.
I can totally believe that. We've actually seen a lot of Giant and Royal Giant-based triple spell decks that function a lot more like Spell Cycle. Like, you're not really looking to make Giant pushes. You're trying to Fireball the tower and hit that as much as possible. And then you play the Giant, like, when the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, the Bandit's going to dash onto the tower and get some really good value here. So is the Barbarian from the Battle Ram.
Oh, no, Mega Minion goes ahead.
And all of a sudden, Lucifer has a decent-sized lead. Poison's going to come down and clean up the Goblins, and maybe that the Mega Minion's
going to survive.
Barely.
Oh, he's
Zap
got a Zap.
Going to come down. If Lucifer didn't have that Zap ready to go, that Mega Minion was getting a lot of damage.
Giant Night Witch is just so powerful, and really the strength of the deck is in the Giant. We've seen a lot of Ice Golem Night Witch not be that effective because it doesn't take that long for the Ice Golem to go down, but Giant just has so many hit points. We saw there, the Giant reached the tower, the Night Witch was played after, and still made it to the tower and did a huge amount of damage.
Yeah, those bats did so much damage. Bats are getting so much value from the Night Witch we've seen.
And the Bandit is such a fast charge time that bats aren't even like a great defense against the Bandit. So let's say you play bats at the river. They get a little bit of damage to the Bandit, but then she charges way past them, hits the tower, and then the bat's got to catch up, and she's hitting the tower even more.
Yeah, she'll get a charge and maybe 1 or 2 hits, and here comes the Giant Mega Minion. The Mega Minion might be going in front of the Giant here, but it looks like the Mega Minion was too far to the right, and the Inferno Dragon's going to come out to defend against this. Fireball Zap does not kill the Inferno Dragon, but that tower is down to 34 HP with 60 seconds left.
And even though a good amount of damage got done to Batman's tower, it feels like Batman is in charge of this game. Like, he's sort of controlling the tempo, the pushes are happening when he wants them to happen, and Lucifer is having to react just whenever his stuff survives and counterattacks, which is not what you want to do. You want to be dictating the pace of the game, not letting your opponents push.
Yeah, Zap is going to come down and clean up the tower. Batman wants to make sure that he secures the victory here, so let's see if Lucifer can bring this back. Arrows come out at the perfect time as the Night Witch explodes. Battle Ram is going to connect to the tower with a Zap. And a couple poisons away, but can he do it in 30 seconds?
He does have, yeah, you're right, he needs like 2 poisons or a Battle Ram and a poison. He almost has to let his towers clean this up and try to get behind the push, but the Mega Minion at the river is exactly trying to prevent that. It's like a safety valve.
Yeah, I think 2 poisons and Zap will do it, but 10 seconds left. Poison comes down on defense. Battle Ram. Lucifer's just going all out on this left-hand side.
He's got to think he's got to hit.
Batman's coming all out on this right-hand side.
Oh, no, it fell short!
Going to come down, but Lucifer gets the tower. He's not going to be able to defend this. Giant has too much health.
And that's a really smart play by Batman there. What you do is when you know that your opponent has to commit all of their elixir to the one lane, you can almost go, you know what?
Ready for game number 2. Batman is up over Lucifer 1-0. Let's see what we can do here. Ooh, 3 Musketeer. There's a Fireball in the 3 Musketeer.
There we go. I'm a huge fan of this deck. I actually played this deck to a 12-win Grand Challenge last night, and it's such a strong, solid deck, and maybe a new trendy archetype that we're going to see in the weeks and months moving forward. Of course, go ahead.
Lightning coming down on the pump right there, and Lucifer does not have the pump in his Golem deck. We were talking about this earlier with the deck featured.
Right. Actually, it looks like he took you some of your suggestions here. We got the Tombstone in there.
To stop that Bandit Battle Ram.
And a lot of skeletons on the ground blocked up the Bandit, but that Battle Ram gets through. No! Logged at the last second.
And a Zap comes down from Batman.
He's giving
cleaning up Lucifer's defense.
Oh no, is he having any problems? It looks like he's kind of shrugging his hands like he can't play anything. It might be the internet in the building. He's trying to get the attention of the admins, it looks like.
Yeah, might be having a connection issue.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Well, actually, I want to talk about this real fast, though. These decks, we talked about how this might be like the hot, trendy new deck that comes out. Oh, maybe not. Maybe the internet just came back. Not quite sure. Doesn't matter. I want to talk about this deck real fast. So, paying attention to the decks that players bring out in these competitive tournaments have Minion Horde Lumberjack deck that was so popular in the last.
All right, so here we go. Back in the game. And all of a sudden,
it looks like we're going to let the game stand as is.
Yep.
So he might have had a little bit of a trouble, but it wasn't anything the admins determined really changed the outcome of the game. So we're going to finish it up here.
Yep, 30 seconds left, and Batman's tower is in lightning range. So this could be going to overtime,
actually, yeah.
but aggressive
great
plays right here. Great tombstone right there. We'll pull everything to the King Tower now, rather than going to that left-hand arena tower. Bandit's going to start charging, but
12 seconds left. If Batman can keep the pressure up here, and oh wow, great battle ram! Battle ram blocks. Oh, it was gonna block the lightning, but it ended up not. It looks like he played it so far back in the corner that he waited for the battle ram to get out of the way. The idea there was that you play the battle ram and have the battle ram take all 3 lightning shots and not the tower at all.
yeah, the tombstone didn't do enough, and it looks like Batman might be able to secure this victory. That Ice Golem is coming in the center,
Hugging.
Yeah. I wonder if Batman's going to play the 3 Musketeers in the center now that he knows Lucifer doesn't. Oh no, the 3 Musketeers go in the back. But it might have been a good play at that point. Lightning's going to come down and take care of 2 Musketeers.
Now, how fast can you cycle, right? Because if you can go 2, 3, 2, and 1 more cheap card, 1 other 4-cost cards, you can get back to your 3 Musketeers pretty quick. Golem comes down in the center. Oh, Battle Ram there is going to block the 3 Musketeer center play.
Yep.
Great Ice Golem. Ice Golem came down, took the King Tower hit.
Yeah. Oh, the Bandit's going to charge back to the Golem, but the Night Witch is going to lock onto the tower with the Barbarian. Fireball is going to come out. A good game, well played. Batman is going to take the game right there and beat Lucifer 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very dominant performance. It really struggles when you are the Golem deck and you're in that situation because you have to, at some point, put 8 Elixir down and then hope to not die right after. He was behind on damage. Batman had the Elixir advantage, the tempo advantage, and if you know, it's tough for Lucifer. When you